after all of these years, Jan and I really don't know each other, you know? And I mean that in the best of ways. Like, of course, we know each other, our personalities and our likes and dislikes and all that kind of stuff, just like any couple. But what remains in our relationship is the mystery of change and growth, the mystery of, I think I know Jan, and then I hear something from her, or I see something in her that I've never seen before. And there was a time in my life when that may have been happening, but I couldn't see it because I lived within my world, within the context of how I saw things. And so here we are all these years later, and we continue to see each other new, to see each other differently. And I wish from the bottom of my heart, I wish that for everybody who's in a relationship. Makes life a lot more interesting for sure.
That will be for me the foundation of what I want to share about relationships, is that I was lucky enough to discover 42 years ago, listening to someone, that I didn't really know myself, and I thought I did, and I figured that's it, that's who I am, and I didn't like that person, and then all of a sudden to have realized in a split second that there's this whole other true self that I could, it would be, take more than a lifetime to get to know. And so as I discover and I'm open to that I'm a lot more than I thought I was, and I get to see myself new, then in turn, not only Chip, but everybody in my life, I get to see new constantly. I think the mistake we make as human beings is we think we have to learn more about this world. Like when I'm talking about there's always more to learn, I'm not, and this is how Sid would talk to us, is he would say, I'm not trying to get you to learn more about living in this world. I'm trying to get you to see that you've got to learn more about inside. And then the deeper you go inside, you don't have to think about how things will work out in this world. But our minds can't see that when we're, for example, talking about learning and growing deeper, we can't quite get that, well, how could you mean anything except learning how to live a better life? But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about learning about something that's so unknown that we're trying to put it into words, but it's a feeling. We're talking about getting a more and more beautiful feeling.
Sid used to describe learning about your true self in this way. He would say, you get your first glimpse, and you get quiet, and you have that split second of seeing. It's like you discover this incredibly beautiful room. Oh my God, what a beautiful room. And you wander around that room, you learn all kinds of wonderful things, and you see all kinds of things. And it's a beautiful feeling because you're seeing new, and you're not operating out of your old paradigm. And then after you've looked around in that room for a while, you sit down, and you look across the room, and you see a door. You go, oh. And if you have courage, you walk over to that door and you push it open, and you discover this incredibly beautiful room. And there's so much to learn in that room. There's so much to see, right? And you spend time in this room, and it gives you so much in your life. And then finally you sit down and you look across the room, and there's a door. So that's really what it's like. See, that's really how you want to see it. But there's no end to it. And there's always, always, always more beauty. And each level that you find, you learn incredible things from. But it's not the end of the journey. It's only the beginning. And he was telling us this once, and he said, I'm experiencing this all the time. Even though I've had this enlightenment experience, I'm walking from room to room. Mm-hmm. I just love that analogy. It touches me. It opens my mind to this incredible mystical journey where learning is not linear. Learning is seeing and understanding, seeing and understanding. And that seeing and understanding is always goes deeper and deeper.